23 Mile in Van Dyke. You can see behind me the power is out at this gas station and all throughout the neighborhood, and that's because so many power lines are down, and that's because when the storm hit, big trees fell on them.
Like you see on The Wizard of Oz, everything turning, that's exactly how it looked. It was scary, very, very scary. I'm thankful to be alive.
Roseanne Giacalone is still shaking tonight, and her home is covered with fallen trees and debris. She says she grabbed her dog and daughter and ran to the basement when the winds really started to blow.
The wind started coming really fast. My daughter started, Mom, Channel 7 says take covers. I brought the dogs down. I was down there, boom, boom, boom. It's when the trees fell on the house, the trees over there that fell and the power lines fell, and they're all in the front as you've seen. It's just awful.
The power is out in her Shelby Township neighborhood, and trees are down all over the block, and a huge net that runs along the edge of the Cherry Hill Golf Course adjacent to her home was pulled down by a heavy limb. Roseanne says she's always taken storm warnings lightly, but not anymore. She says the sound of the trees snapping and the lines cracking is something she won't soon forget.
Never in my life have I ever took shelter. You know, you never think that it's going to hit you, and it did. It hit.
And then when you came up and looked around...
Oh, I was devastated. That's why I'm still shaking now.
Now, firefighters and insurance adjusters came to Roseanne's house tonight, but they left because they said they wanted to make sure all the lines were dead and they needed the morning light to survey all the damage. Reporting live in Shelby Township, I'm Cheryl Choden, Channel 7 Action News. Diana, back to you.
Wow, what a mess out there, Cheryl. And there is more damage in the area of Lakeside Mall. Look at the trees knocked down near Henry Ford Medical Facility adjacent to the mall. A wall of rain that came with the storm also triggered flash floods on some roads in the area. While the storm caused quite a bit of property damage, there are no reports of injuries. Stephen?
Yes, Macomb County wasn't alone either. Northern Oakland County also got hit pretty hard tonight by these storms. Our live team coverage continues now with Glenda Lewis standing by in Oxford tonight. Glenda?
Well, Stephen, the block is black here on Park Street, and most of the lights you see are coming from cleanup crews, many cameras that we've seen, and even headlights from cars riding down the street to take in scenes like this. I mean, this huge tree pushed over by the storms split the wall on the upstairs bedroom. Your tree, their house.
My tree, their house. Yeah, we all lost today.
Kathy Hummel was on her back porch watching the storm when she heard the crash and says it took 5 minutes for the fierce wind to take down her 60-year-old silver maple.
I thought it really hit my house, and I looked out the back porch window, and all I could see was a tree on their house. And I'm going, oh no. And of course, they have 2 little children, so I was really worried about them, you know, but they're fine.
This fence blew down like a house of cards near Oxford Road. Curtis Jack says he saw the sky when it happened.
I looked up again, and it was spinning in every motion possible. And I got to be honest with you, it's one of the biggest spin motions I've ever seen in my life. Probably about 300 yards wide. It was just absolutely unbelievable.
It scared you?
Yes, it scared the living daylights out of me. I ran in the house for a few minutes to get my camera to take pictures. Debris and everything floating in the sky. You couldn't tell if it was birds or if it was tree limbs or whatever it was.
And in this Oxford subdivision,
all the branches were just like waving around. Then I heard like pots fall over in the backyard, and then I came and looked out the front window, and the tree was just over.
These shaken brothers are breathing a sigh of relief that their parents' tree just missed the most important belongings. It didn't touch the house?
Well, some branches touched, but no damage at all. But
yeah. And it didn't touch the American flag?
Yeah, I got 2 brothers in the service. One's in the Persian Gulf right now on the USS Harry Truman. The other one's in boot camp. That's why I pointed out to my mom. I was like, look, it didn't touch the American flag.
Well, cleanup crews have already gotten started out here, and because that big tree took a power line down with it that landed on the fence, the family that lived there has been asked to stay elsewhere for the evening until crews can make sure that their home is safe. Live in Oxford, I'm Glenda Lewis, Channel 7 Action News.